He began to scared. Then he began to scared. Azada looked round, he looked everywhere. He could not even look at his back. Because when you are in that kind of journey, you don't look back. So he was scared. He wanted to look at his back. He was so scared. And he was hearing a loud sound of a walking step coming in his back. So he was so afraid to look at his back. He was so afraid to look at his back. He was still going, and he was still hearing the sound. Now he began to regret his life. What his wife told him began to come back to his brain. He began to memorize it. Then he began to feel of his children. He began to feel of his wife, but it was too late. He said to himself, in the language of Benin, he said, this is where a man was killed. It's better that this is where he deferred to the bush. So he summoned courage to himself. He said, whatever thing that is in my back and whatever thing that is singing, reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. I'm here to fight you. And he heard the loud noise of the elephant. Then he realized that the battle line had been drawn between him and the spirit elephant. Then he drew out his cutlass. He brought out his gun. Immediately he turned his back. He saw the elephant. He fired at him. Bang, 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 bang. He cocked the gun again. He fired at the elephant. Bang, 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 bang. And the elephant could not even make an inch of shaking. He took his cutlass. He tried to fight with the elephant. And the elephant brought out his trunk, the long trunk, and grabbed Azada, the great hunter, and squeezed Azada. Squeeze Azada. Squeeze Azada. Azada pleaded for help. He pleaded for mercy. And the elephant could not have mercy on Azada. And he squeezed Azada and he put Azada inside his mouth. At that time, Azada was gone forever. The next day, the wife and children, they cried to the king and said, I pleaded with my husband all through yesterday not to go to hunt on a cane day. My husband never listened to me. Now, it's 24 hours since my husband left to the bush, yet he hasn't come back. The king broke in silence, and he was just murmuring, shaking his head. He summoned the town crier immediately, and the town crier went straight to summon the people, blow the whistles, that the king needed all the niggas to appear in his palace immediately. And then when they came, the woman narrated the story how his husband left yesterday on a cane day to the hunting ground. And they all murmur in silence. They shake their head. They say, oh, where I don't have you. Say the mighty Uroko just fall. They shake their head, they murmur, and said they have lost a great hunter. Oh, and they shake their head, they murmur. They say, Madam, put yourself together. Go home and take care of your children. Your husband is not coming back anymore. And the woman cried. He took up his scarf. He used it to clean the tears. Other you cookie, other you care of where jala me video wa. And the children cried. They cried themselves. They said they can never see their daddy no more. But the first son, was barely 5 years old when the whole thing happened. Then they go back home. When the first son grew up to be a man, he took the matter as a leadership in the house and he became a hunter, just like his father, Ugyowenohohwa. And one day, he summoned courage to ask his mother, Mother, what killed my father? How did my father die? The mother murmured in tears. He shook his head. He told the son he should forget about to know what he killed his father. He said, because when the child began to ask what killed his father might eventually kill him. And the son said, Awa! What killed my father cannot kill me. The mother looked at him and shook his head. He said, you are just like your father, so brave. He said, my son, please, go and lie down. The mother left in sorrow and go inside his room, lie down on his pillow, and he was shedding tears. He refused to tell his son what happened to his father. But there again, there was one great friend of his father who was also a hunter that was still living, but is renowned hunter and is retired, just at home, is old. One day, the little boy went straight to the old man and said, Father, I know you were a friend, a very good friend of my father. Please, Father, I want you to tell me what killed my father. And the man repeated it again. Be quiet, my son. When the child began to ask what killed his father may eventually kill him. Oh, the boy kind of shocked. You are just telling me the same thing what my mother told me? It means there's something you people are hiding from me. And the guy began to so worried. And when he was going, he left the man with anger. So, when he left, they left the man with thoughts. The man put his hand in his joy. He said, no, I will not tell him. On one fateful night, when the man was sleeping, Azada the Great appears to his friend in the dream and said, Binobaro, my friend. He called him 3 times and Binobaro answered to him. He said, Azada, I know it is you. Oh, Azada, my friend, tell my son what killed me so that he will be brave and he will be strong. He will be conscious of himself. Tell my son. Tell my son. Tell my son. Azada woke up from the dream and he was shaking his head. Oh, Azada, my great friend. What a great loss. The next morning, the first son of Azada was passing on the street of this friend of his father. He saw the man outside with a bottle of peteshi, which is and the man was just taking it and soliloquy. And when he was passing, he greeted the man, Domo Baba. And the mama said, oh, Azada no more. Larry, he said, Azada, my son, come here. The son of Azada, come here. And he come to the man. The man said, sit down. He said, yes, Papa. He offered him a little drink from the drink he was taking. He said to Papa, no. He said, take it. I am like your father. And today, I'm going to tell you all what you want to know. And the son of Azada took it. And he sipped from it. And he told him, say, you are a brave man. You are now a man. You are just like your father. Your father was a great hunter. In fact, he was greater than I am. He was my very good friend. We were both hunters, but he was greater than me. I know you will be greater than your father. This is what happened to your father. On that very day of a Ken day, the king have warned nobody to go to hunting, to the market, to the